Hello and welcome back to session 30. I'll be your victim for the evening on Ironsworn, Ravenloft. Things have not been going well for Brigida. Had a pretty rough time. We head out in the forest for a couple of weeks to try to get our strength back up, and then she sent Donovan off on a mission and trying to keep Irina safe at the hunting cabin, her brother's hunting cabin, and that worked. But the whole idea of getting down to the village of Barovia unmarked definitely did not, as she was set upon by a pack of wolves, hunting wolves, dispatched by Strahd himself, and a couple of leading wolf bats that were also after them. Bat wolves, whatever you want to call them. They also signaled through their howls for some of the Kashida troops that are in the area, and they answered with hunting horns. I was able to finish the fight and get away before they showed up. Tried to eavesdrop on them, but all I learned was something worse, which is that rather than being in the village of Barovia, the leader of the Kashida is in fact at Castle Ravenloft, which not awesome. Yeah, it's going to complicate things. None of the other stuff that I was hoping for went out well either, because Donovan was supposed to bring word to the Vistani to ask them to come and help, and that didn't go well either. I am going to set out by, I'm going to begin this by getting some, also I got a whole bunch of XP, progress towards getting XP from failed rolls, because holy crap, I racked up a bunch of them last time. My dice were cold as ice and the challenge dice were hot, so that melted me down a little bit, but we're going to keep going. I'm going to begin this little party by trying to figure out what to do next, and for that I'm going to rely on my best advisor, even though he's dead, and that's Ismark. You are haunted by someone whose death you caused through your actions or failures. Good old Ismark. I'm pleased about this, really, as a player, because not pleased that he's dead, but pleased that what I was able to do by switching the asset, lost the other asset, got a little bit of XP back, and used some of mine to pick up Spirit Bound. And it means I get to keep using Ismark. If I were the GM of this, I'd be happy about that, because I get to keep playing an NPC that I enjoy playing. And as it stands, I like the dynamic between Ismark and Brigida, and it also... were this a TV show, I'd be pretty happy about it, because I'd be like, oh good, we're definitely not going to get a romantic subplot, an unnecessary romantic subplot between these two, so that's good too. When you consult with their spirit to secure an advantage or gather information, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. On a weak hit, also endure stress. So I am going to be trying to decide what to do next, and for that I'm going to secure an advantage. I'm going to secure an advantage by talking to Ismark, and I'm adding +1 and taking +2 momentum on a hit. Add +1 and take +2 momentum on a hit. That's interesting, because that's 2 additional momentum on top of whatever I get from the other stuff. So I'm going to be securing an advantage. Potential for my momentum to turn around here if I don't screw it up. Downside is, on a weak hit, I also endure stress, which I don't have a ton to go around, but that's fine, because I'm just trying to figure out what I need to be doing next. And I know what I want him. Anyway, we're going to get into this. So, secure an advantage. You assess the situation, make preparations, attempt to gain leverage. So I'm doing this with heart, I think. Expertise, insight, or observation. Yeah. All right. Because I'm trying to get his thing. So, all right, I'm going to roll my wit, and I get a modifier of +1 on this. And I envision this, me going to Ismark. Ismark, are you here? And he's already behind me. He's like, yes. This hasn't been going particularly well. No, it hasn't. The Kashida are everywhere. The Vistani are not helping. Well, could always go back and ask them again. I sent Donovic. Well, the Vistani aren't going to react very well to a priest, and there's nothing saying that those people who tried to abduct Irina aren't still there and waiting to double-cross the lot of us. It's us. Even if you're not around, it's still us. Fine. Well, they might have a way in that you haven't thought about. Some means of entrance that isn't the front gates, because going in the front gate seems like a bad idea. Going to the castle at all seems like a bad idea, but that hasn't stopped us yet, has it? Well, it stopped me. No, probably not. Probably not going to stop you. So what do you think I should do? Let's find out what he thinks I should do. I get a 9, and it's still a freaking weak hit. Are you, man? Let's turn on my dice thing here so you guys can actually see what's going on. There's my dice box. 9 against a 9 and a 7. God dang, these challenge dice are just whooping me right now. All right, Secure an advantage on a weak hit. Your advantage is short-lived. Take +1 momentum. I get +1 momentum, but I also get +2 momentum from my spirit guide, which gets me up to a 6. Great. Nice thing there. Downside is that with my asset, on a weak hit, you also endure stress. So my spirit drops to a 1, just from the stress of having to deal with my poor friend. And I need to endure stress because of just, the difficulty of dealing with him. And I am that. Where's my suffer move? Suffer moves. Endure stress. I can either roll spirit or heart. I am definitely going to roll heart on this because it's higher than my 1 spirit right now. I'm going to end up getting momentum and having to turn right back around and burn some of it on. Still a weak hit. On a weak hit, I shake it off. I press on. I don't. No benefit, so my spirit's just down. That's great. Well, all right. You've probably dealt with the Vistani more than anything. What do I need to do there? Like, how can I deal with these things? He goes, honestly, you've got a faction in there that doesn't want to listen to you. You've probably got a faction that does. It's not enough to say you want to go in and bully them, but you may want to go in with a strong hand. Maybe. Let me think about this. So I'm going to gather information on what he knows about the Vistani. Wait, cancel. If you act with community or ask questions of a person with whom you share a bond, a +1, and I'm rolling plus wits. I'm also rolling a +1 because I'm using the spirit and I have a bond with him. So, wits +2. Okay? Strong hit. Gather. On a strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or the action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn and take +2 momentum. So what I'm finding out from his mark, 1, 2, 3, 4. But it goes down to a 9. It would be a 10, but it goes down to a 9 because of my encumbered status. It won't go up to a 10, which is fine. Ismark's advice is that I go in strong. If there's anyone who opposes me, sort of a show of strength, show of fearlessness, let's say. And if there's any that oppose me, I just need to face them down. Okay, so with that in mind, you know what? I'm taking that gather information as an advance on getting these Vistani out of here because I need to get them out from under, where's my, progress. No, not progress, sorry. Let's get down to the Vistani. Free the Vistani from Strahd's influence. My menace is the tainted Vistani, and I'm going to mark progress on that because I feel like just knowing what to do with these guys, and honestly, they're not under any, how should I put this? They're as much of a problem about this whole thing with Strahd as Strahd is. If I can deal with them, that might be enough. Or at least I can. It's a long ways towards making some sort of progress with them. All right, I'm heading for the Vistani camp, and I'm just going straight in and seeing what's what. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about gathering information because all gathering information is gonna do is buy me. All gather information is going to do is buy me momentum, and I can't get any more momentum than I already have, right? And that's all it gets me. Yep. Secure an advantage the same way. All right, so I see myself walking straight into the camp, just straight in and waiting for them to. And I see Donovan strung up, not hung up, obviously, but like done up on like stocks or just tied up to a tree or something with his arms all akimbo and stuff. And I'm walking in, just walking straight in, waiting for them to notice me, beat up and bloody. I sent an unarmed man to parley on my behalf of those I've helped or tried to help in the past. This is Vistani courtesy. This is Vistani hospitality. I don't think so. I think you've forgotten who you are. I think some of you have forgotten who you are. And I'm watching as the head man comes out, big old guy, barrel chest, and watching him come up. And he says something like, you walk into our camp and you insult us? No, I don't insult all of you. Just those of you who've lost honor, who have no courage for the fight to fight for your own freedom, who deny help to a helpless man and take advantage of someone who can't fight back. Just though. Oh, I bet you think you're very brave walking in here. Only compared to some. And I'm looking right at him. I'm just waiting for him to... And honestly, what I see happening is I see his eyes get hard. I see the anger spark in there. And I see him intake a breath. And his mouth begin to open to issue a challenge. And before he can say anything, I just say, accept, draw the circle. When you challenge someone to a formal duel or accept a challenge, roll plus heart. If you share a bond with this community, add +1. I don't. So, I'm rolling plus heart, no modifiers, and I'm just hoping I don't miss, honestly. I'll take a weak hit. It's the worst I can roll. That is freaking outstanding, and Jesus, terrible. Thank God for that one. On a weak hit, you may choose one boast in exchange for one momentum. I don't care about that. On a weak hit, you may choose one boast in exchange for one momentum. I don't care about the momentum because I'm maxed out. The only place where it says that the foe has initiative is in the miss. So I'm assuming on the strong hit, unless I give it up from the boasts I can make, granting them first strike, you take no benefit of armor or shield. You take no benefit of weapon, endure harm, and other stuff. Unless you, because you can give up initiative here, and I'm not doing that. I'm assuming unless I do that, I have initiative, which is fine. So then you make moves to resolve the fight. If you're the victor, you may make a lawful demand and your opponent must comply or forfeit their honor or stand. That's fine. All right. So I have initiative, and I am going to open up with a strike. Just no holds barred, going straight into it. When you have initiative and attack in close quarters, roll iron. So yeah, as soon as he's ready, and they can laugh about the armor all they want, the shield all they want, the mace all they want. That's fine. They challenged me. That's what the headman did. Plus iron, and I don't think I have anything for strike. I've gone over this 100 times, but not there. Geared for War gives me a bonus on Clash. That's for Turn the Tide. That's Face Danger. This is only if they're vulnerable to light, and that's Gather Information. So I'm not worried about anything that happens in here. Back to the moves. Rolling Strike, attacking with Iron, hoping for the best. That is a 9 against a 9 and a 3. You know, that I have to say I'm a little over rolling the best I can possibly roll and only getting a weak hit over and over and over again. My dice have not been great for that. It has not been awesome, but that's fine. Combat move strike. On a weak hit, you inflict your harm and you lose initiative. That's fine. So I get in there, knock him back. How would he be fighting? I'm assuming like a pair of knives or maybe a sword and a knife. So he's dodging back a lot. I'm swinging this big thing, and I'm still using the mace. I haven't let the chain out yet. So I'm kind of playing it close, and that does cost me a little bit of momentum, but it keeps him on his heels. Certainly he doesn't get any closer to me. We're going to do a progress track here. This guy is nothing. We're going to clear this, and we're just going to rename this the Vistani leader. He's not formidable by himself. He's just dangerous. He's one dude. And I did 2 harm, which is not going to be great for him. And we'll continue on with this. All right, so I am, you know what? I'm going to press on this a little bit because he thinks I'm playing it careful. And I am going to push this when he maybe isn't expecting me to push. I don't necessarily have the advantage. He thinks he has the measure of me, and I give the handle of the mace a quick twist, and the flail drops out, and I do a big swing. I'm still clashing. It doesn't change anything, but the clash gives me a +1 on the clash move, and when I clash in cores, I take a +1 momentum on a hit. I'm just trying to, either my dice are going to favor me or hopefully my momentum will help. So that is what I'm going for. I got a +1 on the clash and hopefully a +1 momentum on that. And even if I have to take a hit, then that's going to happen. So get in there and see what we can do with my clash. I feel like there was something else that was supposed to help me with that. It doesn't matter. Okay, so coming in with iron. Oh, did that wrong. Coming in with iron and a +1 on that roll. Here we go. A 9 against a 4 and a 2 is a strong hit on a clash. On the strong hit, you inflict your harm and choose one, and you have the initiative. You bolster your position, take +1 momentum. I don't need it, which means I find an opening. Inflict +1 harm. He was not expecting that chain to drop out. He thought he had the measure of the thing, and he wasn't expecting the reach. He wasn't expecting the wraparound from the chain. He just wasn't expecting what was going on. So that's me doing 3 harm. Mark, mark, mark. Well then, that'll work. So back under moves here, I've just made so I'm going to look at end the fight. When you make a move to take decisive action and score a strong hit, you may resolve the outcome of the fight. I made a move to take decisive action, scored a strong hit, and I'm going to resolve the outcome of the fight. If you do, roll the challenge dice and compare it to your progress. Momentum is ignored. So, go back to my progress, hit conclude, and I get a fucking 10. God dang, I'm so tired of that. I cannot have progress any further forward than that, and I am still getting my shit kicked in. Whew, big deep breaths. I am just for the sake of pointing this out, because I just want people to understand my frustration here. I'm just going to bring up this odds thing here real quick. Odds of strong hit when you have a 10 on the die is an 81%. 81%. I don't believe it. I just don't believe that that's true. because I haven't seen it. Anyway. All right, on a weak hit, as above, but you also have to choose one. It's worse than you thought. I need to endure harm. You're overcome, endure stress. Your victory is short-lived. A new danger or foe appears, or an existing danger worsens. You suffer collateral damage. Something of value is lost or broken, or someone of importance must pay the cost. You'll pay for it. An objective falls out of reach, or others won't forget. You're marked for vengeance. Well, they do have a memory on them. All right. So what I'm going to do with this one is the Mark for Vengeance thing. Theoretically, I beat the leader pretty handily, whooped him up, but his minions, those who are still loyal to Strahd, are still remembering this and not giving up the whole thing. So while I am going to make an advance on freeing the Vistani from Strahd's influence, the tainted Vistani also are going to make an advance on their menace. Just because they're still, I didn't get them loose from this yet, and so there's a lot of dark glares, and I'm not going to pick another fight right now, but as it stands, I haven't made a ton of friends, and I definitely still have enemies here. Cut him down, and they look at the leader. And I look at whoever was double checking with the leader, and I say, he is here and still breathing by my own good graces. Unless you want to change that situation, cut him down. And just because I feel like that's going to be a difficult thing, and there's everybody else here, I'm going to go back and push on this with an actual move. I'm gonna compel. Where's my social moves at? Compel. Where is it at? Charm, pacify. Definitely not charming. Threatening or incite. Rolling plus iron. When you attempt to persuade someone to do something, envision your approach and roll. I am definitely pushing on this pretty hard. So we're gonna do a compel with iron. No bonus against that frickin' 10. That thing is pissing me off, man. I tell you what, if these were physical dice, I'd have either retired this dice or put it in a melter by this smelter by this point in time and burned it down, melted it down. Weak hit. On a weak hit, as above, but they ask something from you in return. Envision what they want. I don't know what they want. Ask the Oracle. I need some Oracle. Where's my Oracles at? Settlement troll. Well, that's not gonna happen. God dang it, I didn't want to end up in another fight. The only way to appease Strahd and keep in his good graces is to offer up a sacrifice. He is our sacrifice. We will not release him. I just kind of roll my neck from one side to the other and say, well, I wish I hadn't heard that. I'm gonna do this as a battle. Because I'm just rolling in on all these guys. We look at them, they look at me, I look at them. They see my hand tighten on the mace, on the flail of heavens, ready the shield, and it's just all of the ones loyal to Strahd coming in at me at once. I'm gonna do this one as a battle. God, this could have gone a different way. Tears in Brigida's eyes as she's doing this. Not crying, but her eyes are bright, and this is a freaking terrible way for this to go down. When you fight in a battle and it happens in a blur, envision your objective and roll. If you primarily fight at range using speed and terrain, no. Fight depending on your courage, allies, or companions. Courage? Maybe. Fight in close to overpower your opponents. I can't overpower them, there's too many. I think it's going to have to be courage. Fight in using trickery, careful tactics. No, I'm just relying on my own courage. Alright, battle. Do I have anything that here helps with battle? Face danger. Thought I had a battle thing. Oh, I did when Ismark was alive. I had a bonus to battle. Alright, so I'm rolling heart. No bonuses. Frickin' disaster. Hopefully for them. But I can't let them sacrifice Donovic to keep Strahd happy. This could have gone differently. Now I get a 10. It's on a strong hit, you achieve your objective unconditionally. Take +2 momentum. Well, I can't even use the momentum, which is fine. So this is a proper... This would be a almost Jason Bourne like combat sequence. In much the same way, they're not any better fighter than their leader, and there's a lot of them, but it's just not this. They don't really. I have them outclassed. I have no will for this, but I'm not going to let them stand in my way either, and I just take them down in the most efficient, and it's a fight of a battlefield, not a barroom brawl, and not an ambush. It's the fight of a battlefield, and that means that knees are broken and hands are destroyed and limbs are dislocated. Use the flail to wrap chains around people and whip them to the side. At least, teeth or, broken jaws, busted teeth. But my enemies lay before me. All right, not how I wanted to go with these guys. Just not how I wanted to go with these guys at all. Okay, so I got information. I beat the guy. I've now whipped up all of his attendant. Cut him down and bring him to the fortune teller's wagon. She doesn't look surprised. She's already walking. Madame Eva doesn't even look surprised by this. She's already turning and walking back to the wagon. She was expecting it. I wasn't. I wait by the wagon until Donovic is brought, and then help him get into the wagon and ask Madame Eva to see to him. When we're done taking care of him in this unusually quiet camp, I sit and wait for her to sit. I'm sorry for making it worse. Some things can only get worse before they get better. Is this one of those things? I ask her. I don't know. Aren't you the fortune teller? Maybe not today. You look the worse for wear, and it wasn't my people that did that. No. Strahd's pets. The Kashida control the village. Their leaders hold up at the castle. Irina's in hiding. Ismark is dead. She nods as though she already knew that. Actually, she nods as though she already knew that, and her eyes kind of go to the side like she can see where Ismark is, or at least kind of tell where he is. Oh, that's creepy. Ismark comments. Creepy. That's creepy for the ghost. I give him a little bit of a sidelong look. I need a way into the castle that isn't going to get me filled to crossbow bolts. Is there anything your people know? Will you, and if you do, will you help me? I meant it when I said I would try to help your people be free of this thing. None. I'm going to try and form a bond with her. I can't get it with them. I think there's no way I beating them up. I just don't know that there's any way I can form a bond with the Vistani at this point in time, but I think I can with her. So, social move here, relationship moves. Forge a bond. When you spend a significant time with a person or community, stand together to face hardships or make sacrifices for their cause. You can attempt to create a bond when you do roll plus heart, and if you make this move after you've successfully fulfilled a vow to their benefit, you may reroll any dice. I could try to complete the vow right now. God. Yeah. We'll help you against them. We will help you against them. I think you have freed them from this. I'm gonna try to conclude the vow and just freaking hope that I don't screw it up. My dice have been shit, but who can say? What's gonna happen here? Let's find out. And that is a strong hit. All right, free the Vistani from Strahd's influence. This is actually as much as I needed. Take down the leader. Take out the followers that are still loyal or frightened of Strahd. Free the Vistani from Strahd's influence. I'm not gonna lie, that feels good. God, this has been a pain in the ass here. All right, so dangerous. That means I get 2 experience points. Puts me up to 18. And forming a bond. Roll heart. When you do roll heart, if you make this move after you successfully fulfill your vow to their benefit, you may reroll it. I can reroll any dice. It's not a bonus. I can reroll. Oh, that's cool. All right, forge a bond. Heart. I don't know what modifier would ever have. I don't need to reroll any dice. That's a 9 against a 3 and a 1 for a strong hit. On the strong hit, make a note of the bond, mark a tick on your bond progress track, and choose one. Take taking +1 spirit. God, yes. Get the spirit up a little bit. And back to bonds. Oh, nope. Where are we at here? Come on, it's lagging. Madame Eva. And I get a marker. Oh, that's 2. What does that do? Do I get anything for that? Oh, yeah, this is a very long game thing with the bonds. When you're done at the end of the game, you basically roll progress on your bonds track. In Ironsworn, you roll progress against your bonds track like it was a quest you're trying to fulfill, and that tells you how good your end of, basically how well you, what the rest of your life is like. Doesn't have any in-game thing. It works differently in Starforged. In Starforged, basically every 2 boxes that you fill in, or I'm sorry, every 1 box that you fill in on your bonds track gives you 2 XP. I think that's right, yeah. So there's actually 3 different tracks that can get you XP in Starforged. Finishing a quest by itself does not give you XP. It gives you a certain number of hash marks on the quest bar, like your bonds bar here. And then every box that you fill in gives you 2 XP. So you can fill in the boxes faster if you do a formidable quest or an epic quest or whatever. It gives you more boxes filled in. But it's all about filling in the boxes on the bar. So you have a quest bar that you fill in, and you get 2 XP every box you fill in. You get a discoveries or an exploration bar, same thing, that you get from learning things about, how the universe works, like discovering old sites or, encountering Cthulhu or whatever. And that's from learning stuff. And that's pretty cool. I like to see that. That'd be a pretty neat thing. it moved it back into Ironsworn. And then there's another track that's the bonds track, and the bonds track's the same thing. Every time you fill in a box, you get 2 XP. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. And if it changes the focus of the game somewhat. Starforged in the Kickstarter got far enough in their stretch goals that they're actually doing a sort of piratical or sailing the 7 seas kind of version of Starforged that's exploring the world kind of a thing. Sort of, maybe, or at least it's Seabound. I can't remember what it's called, but they're basically doing a fantasy version of Starforged that's bringing this stuff back in and putting it on a ship, which is cool, awesome, and will sort of import that stuff back into Ironsworn, kind of. It won't really bring it back into Ironsworn. It'll make it easier to port into Ironsworn. So that's, in any case, all it does for me is down the road, possibly better life. I doubt I'm going to get that far. I don't want to live that long. All right, but I have her friend. I am her friend. Cool. I am going to try to capitalize on that a little bit and see while she's taking care of Donovic if she can't help a little bit with this, because I need to recover a little bit. Can I sojourn? Yeah. Strong hit, you and your allies may each choose 2 from the categories below. On a weak hit, choose 1. On a hit, you or your allies may each focus on one of your chosen recover actions and roll hard again. On a strong hit, take +2 more for that action. On a weak hit, take +1. Oh, that's they changed this move a lot. Did I do it? Did I bring in the updated one? Hearten? No, that's not. They changed the sojourn move in Starforge, and it's definitely not as clunky and complex as this, but I'm not going to go digging for it at this point, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. So roll plus heart and share a bond. I do with Madame Eva. I'm just going to taking the night heart, and I share a bond. See what we get. Another strong hit. I will take it. On a strong hit, you and your allies may each choose 2 from within the categories below. On a weak hit, choose 1. If you share a bond, choose 1 more. If you share a bond, so I can choose 3. Cool. Recuperate, consort, provision. Oh, that sounds good. On a strong hit, you and your allies may each focus on one of your chosen recover actions and roll plus heart again. If you share a bond, add +1. On a strong hit, take 2 more for that action. On a weak hit, take +1 more. Okay, so roll, heart, 1. That's another strong hit. Okay, so I get +4 health, or +2 health. My health goes to 4. My spirit goes to 4. My supply goes to 4. And then if you on the strong hit, take +2 more for that action. Well, it just maxes me out. I'm going to take my health back up to 5. That's fine. Okay. And now I'm going to see if I can gather information and figure out a way up to... You know what, though? I'm going to do a little bit more progress. Oh, sorry. On my summary thing here. Destroy the devil's child. Sheet of, I can modify this one and get rid of it. Done. Doesn't have the Vistani working for him anymore. Fine. Alright. Going back over here to the moves. I'm going to gather information and see if I can find if she's got a way of getting... when you search an area, ask questions, conduct an investigation, follow track, roll plus wits. If you act within a community or ask questions of a person with whom you share a bond, add +1. So, I'm rolling wits. I have a bond with Madame Eva. I want to know if there's a way to get up weak hit. Oh, the other thing I was going to do was switch my armor, but I won't worry about that later. On a weak hit, the information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover. Ask the Oracle Venture. Take a plus... Okay. I don't take +1 momentum because I'm already maxed out. She tells me that there's a path. Path might be kind. There's a way up the cliff. It's hard. It's dangerous. It's hardly ever used, but it probably won't be watched. So she tells me how to get to it and how to ascend. And yeah, assures me that I'm going to need a grappling hook and rope, and gives me a way to get there that isn't coming in the front door. And for that, since it is dangerous, it finds a dangerous way, I'm going to face danger. I feel like it should be deception, stealth, or trickery. Like stealth, I'm sneaking in. Yeah, it's gonna be stealth. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. So I'm going in with shadow. Yeah, I'm going in with shadow. No modifiers, and we'll see what I get. Let me think about this for a second. I can take a double 6, a double on the challenge dice failure with a complication, or I can burn momentum to get a strong hit. Let me think about that for never. Burn, fine. It's exhausting climbing, and of course it starts to rain. Not a lot, but just enough. Rope, hook, clawing my way. Something like the stairs from Minas Morgul up to Cirith Ungol in Return of the King with Frodo and Sam. Is it Return of the King? Or the end of the second book? The end of the Two Towers. In any case, you know what I mean. Stairs up from Minas Morgul up to Cirith Ungol. But worse, like muddier. Not worse necessarily, just muddier and nastier. And then I need to get back into the damn site. So I am going to delve, discover a site, and think if you resolve to enter a perilous site in pursuit of an objective, choose the theme and domain which best represents its nature and give it a rank. If you are returning to a previously explored site, roll both challenge dice, take the lowest value, and clear that number of progress boxes. Ugh, blah. Clear 2 progress. I'll take it. That's not bad. It doesn't. It's not great. 2 box. This counts as a box. And then this counts as a box. That still leaves me with 6. I can take it. All right. So let's go back to the moves here. I think I have an idea for this. Troublesome site. 3. I already have all this. Then delve the depths to explore the place. All right. When you traverse an area within a perilous site, envision your surroundings. I am rolling. I don't want to do stealth again, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm rolling shadow. God, I hope I can. So what I'm doing, the reason I'm doing shadow is I'm not coming in up the balcony where I left off. Up the cliff, as remember, there's windows that look out from the catacombs, and they're cut right into the cliff that lay out. And as I'm climbing up, I see them, and I'm going to come in to the castle through the catacombs, right up through the belly of this freaking place, because the catacombs I've beaten. I'm going to come up, and they're never going to see me coming that way. Hopefully. So I'm going to delve the depths. I'm going to roll with shadow. You know what? I want to see what Ismark has to think about this. I see the windows. I see an opportunity, and I want to see what he has to say about this. Secure an advantage or gather information? Assess the situation. Yeah. Secure an advantage, but I have an asset. So I'm rolling. Secure an advantage, add +1. Sure. All right. And I have you assess situation, attempt to gain language. If I do gather information, though, that give me +1, 2. Yeah, this is the one I want. Honestly, because this is like path made clear, all that kind of stuff. All right, yeah. Gather roll. I'm using wits. I get a +1 from my asset and gives me a bonus if I have a bond. I have a bond with Ismark, and I have a +1 for the move plus wits. Oh my god, worst roll. God dang, a 1. Ugh. All right, still get a weak hit. On a weak hit, the information complicates your quest and introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover. Ismark's like, you can go in. Just because you beat the place doesn't mean there isn't going to be something in there waiting for you, though. The catacombs recognize no master, other than the master of the castle itself. You can't trust that it will stand down for you. Fair enough. And it's going to be more castle to get through to get to him. Also true. You're going in anyway, aren't you? Yes. Why do you even ask me? I like to hear you talk. Well, it's very kind. Alright, so I get a +1 momentum, and my asset gives me +2 momentum, so I get 3 more momentum. 1, 2, 3. That's cool. I still have to delve the depths, see how it goes. Delve the depths. Yeah, I'm going to go in with stealth. I'm going to go in with shadow. I don't really want to, but I'm going to. Shadow. Oh, God, yeah. But I am being sneaky, and it feels like what I should be doing. No bonus. Yes, the girl in plate mail. In chain and plate. With a shield. Going in sneakily. Oh, sweet! Fucking strong hit! Ah, terrible roll, but that challenge dice were worse. Strong hit and find an opportunity. God dang. On a strong hit, mark progress, find an opportunity. An aspect of the history or nature of this place is revealed. Ha 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 ha. I know what this is. Boom. All right, I crawl in through the windows. And as I'm walking through the first part of the catacombs, let's get to the map so you can see this. Delve deeper, mark progress. All right, where's my... I come back into the catacombs here, and I don't know why my camera went away. That was weird. I come back into the catacombs here, and as I'm walking through this area, I glance at the 2 like sepulchers, whatever, where Strahd's mother and father are buried, and I glance and I do a double take because that arrogant son of a bitch brought the fucking book back down here and left it with his mother again. It's right there. An aspect of the history or nature of this place is revealed. You arrogant bastard. And I'm taking the book back. Ha! Ha! I am going to do a gather information to make progress against the site. That's what I'm going to do. But I am doing it with Ismark's help. Alright, spirit guide, see if you can tell me what's going on with this thing. Help me make heads or tails of this. He goes, I don't even read. Do you really need to for something like this? And you do too read. Don't tell me you don't. Clear that. I don't need that anymore. Alright, so I am going to gather information. I'm making a +1 for help with Ismark. I am taking a +1 for his bond with me. And I am conducting an investigation of this whole frickin' place again, with all that at my beck and call to learn something about this damned castle. I'll take a weak hit. On a weak hit, the information complicates your quest and introduces it. Ask the Oracle Adventure. Take +1 momentum. Take it. Oh, but I get 2 more because he's helping. Oh, but I got a freaking. I forgot to take spirit damage. Did I do that last time? Did I get a weak hit last time on the gather information? I did. Damn it. All right. Do that. Forgot to do that. That's sort of annoying. I gotta remember that though. Endure stress. That's a strong hit. On a strong hit, I can take 1 momentum and 1 more. And could I just press on? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I think I did that right. I think I did that right. Down 2, back up 1. No, I should be down. I think I'm there. I think I'm there. No, cause she. I don't. I'm gonna put it. I think that's right. I think that's right. Oh God. Thank God I have the tracker. I'd really be up a creek. All right. Complicates my quest. The land is the Baron and the Baron is the land is actually a legitimately true thing. Ah, the Kushida are blood sworn to the bastard. Him, not the castle. I have to think about how this complicates things, because it says that gather information. It says that information complicates your quest, introduces a new danger. Oh, there's Kushida down here. Maybe. I don't love that. What about the oracles? Oracles? It's a major plateau. So I don't count as a major. You alert someone or something of your presence. Mystic backlash. You alert something or someone or something of your presence. Okay. Yeah. All right. I can deal with that. This has gone on for a bit, so I'm going to stop here. Things could be better. Things could also be a hell of a lot worse. So I'll take it. We're within the castle. We're within the catacombs. Strad doesn't know that I'm coming. Hopefully. You alert someone or something of your presence. Son of a bitch. He knows. He knows. Fine. He knows I'm here. I know he's here too. Bring it on, you arrogant. All right, guys. See you in session 31.